Imagine a UK economy reshaped by Nigel Farage's Reform Party. What would it look like? His recent speech offered a glimpse, though perhaps not the crystal-clear vision some were hoping for. While light on concrete new policies, it provided the most detailed insight yet into Reform's economic priorities. Let's break down 6 key areas Farage addressed, and explore the potential implications, some of which are sure to spark debate. And this is the part most people miss. Farage's vision isn't just about numbers, it's about a fundamental shift in how the UK approaches economic policy. 1. Tax cuts, a promise deferred? Remember Reform's pledge to raise the income tax threshold to £20,000, potentially lifting thousands out of taxation? But here's where it gets controversial. Farage has backtracked, calling it an aspiration rather than a firm commitment. He cites economic uncertainty as the reason, a pragmatic stance but one that leaves voters wondering about the party's fiscal responsibility. While reversing Labour's inheritance tax changes for farms is a concrete promise, the broader tax cut plan seems to be on hold. This raises questions: is Reform truly committed to lower taxes, or is this a strategic retreat? 2. Benefits, tightening the belt, but for whom? Reform claims it can save £9 billion annually by tightening eligibility for personal independence payments, PIP. And this is the part most people miss. Their pledge to scrap the 2-child limit on benefits like universal credit comes with a catch: it only applies to UK nationals where both parents work. This limitation raises concerns about fairness and potential discrimination. Farage's reluctance to commit to the pension triple lock is also noteworthy. While economists might applaud this fiscal caution, it could alienate older voters who rely on guaranteed pension increases. His suggestion that the minimum wage might be too high for younger workers is even more contentious, potentially pitting generations against each other. 3. The rich get richer? Farage's focus on the alleged exodus of wealthy individuals and entrepreneurs due to high taxes is a recurring theme. He portrays them as a special breed vital to the economy. But here's where it gets controversial: this narrative lacks substantial evidence. While entrepreneurs are undoubtedly important, Farage's emphasis on the wealthy sits uneasily with his earlier claims that Reform is the party of workers and unions. Is this a genuine shift in focus, or a strategic attempt to appeal to a broader electorate? 4. Pensions, a public sector squeeze? Reform's hints at potentially scrapping defined benefit pensions for public sector workers are likely to cause concern. While this might be a necessary conversation about long-term sustainability, it could alienate a significant portion of the electorate. Farage's focus on reducing pension scheme administration fees is a more palatable proposal, but Labour's own plans in this area might render it less impactful. 5. Energy, drilling for trouble? Farage's condemnation of the lunatic push for net zero and his promise to prioritize North Sea oil and gas drilling is a clear attempt to appeal to voters concerned about energy costs. However, this is the part most people miss: there's little evidence that new North Sea drilling will significantly lower energy prices. Furthermore, public opinion polls generally show support for net zero targets, suggesting Farage might be out of step with the majority on this issue. 6. Diversity, a return to the past? Farage's critique of overregulation and his nostalgic view of a city trading floor where merit was the only criterion raises serious concerns. His dismissal of diversity programs ignores the systemic barriers faced by women and minorities in the financial sector. This stance is likely to alienate those who value inclusivity and equal opportunity. Food for thought. Farage's speech raises more questions than it answers. Is Reform's economic vision truly viable, or is it a collection of populist soundbites? Can they balance their promises of lower taxes and smaller government with the need for investment in public services? And most importantly, what kind of society does Reform envision for the UK? The coming months will be crucial in determining whether Reform's economic policies are a recipe for prosperity or a gamble with the nation's future. What do you think? Are Farage's ideas the solution the UK needs, or a dangerous step backwards? Let us know in the comments below.